Hi Gemini, welcome. This is going to be your career reading for January. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every Gemini. It's going to be for a specific group of Geminis. If this doesn't resonate, feel free to check out one of the other readings later on in the month, and that could possibly resonate with you. So let's get started. What's going on with Gemini in your career? What's going on with Gemini in your career? Please, in your career. Spread, please. Okay. All right, Gemini. Okay. All right, Gemini. So presently in your career, you've got the Queen of Swords here. And the energy of the Queen of Swords in this position tells me that right now you have to take a really no-nonsense attitude toward your career. You have acquired the knowledge necessary to really be effective in what you do. You speak your mind, you're clear, you're concise. You communicate in a very direct way. It's also telling me here that this decision of the career path that you're in, whatever you're doing as a career right now, you put a lot of thought into, and it's what you came to this decision after careful thought and consideration. This wasn't something that you fell into, and the direction, the path you're taking right now is something that you really gave considerable thought to and felt like this was what was best for you at the time that you chose that. Now, the action that you need to take is represented by the Strength card. So you could be in your career speaking a little bit too bluntly or harshly with the Queen of Swords as your present card and the Strength card as the action that you need to take that could help you advance in your career. You may be saying too much because the Strength card practices restraint. The Strength card holds something back. The Strength card is very careful and calculated with their words. There's a pride element here too with the Strength card. So it may be asking for you here to set that pride aside slightly. You may be in situations where you may feel like you have the best idea, or you may be in a situation where you feel like the communication with individuals who you work with isn't to the level that you think it should be. It could not be as professional as you think it should be. The work may not be up to your standard with the Queen of Swords, but the Strength could be telling you to kind of reserve judgment a little bit, step back a little bit, and watch. It may be asking for you to, instead of inflaming a situation, which the Queen of Swords can do because she's so blunt and direct, instead of inflaming that situation, is to tame it. You use the energy, this Leo energy of taming. You can see in the card, she's taming the lion, taking an approach to tame a situation, not inflame it. In the constant position, you've got the Eight of Wands. So this represents what's not likely to change here. And what's not likely to change could be one of two things. Either there are going to be a lot of opportunities coming your way. There could be a lot of upward mobility where you are. There's the ability to move up quickly if you can kind of harness this energy here and tame that a little bit. This also could be saying that there could be some chattiness. It could be a career or an environment. You kind of decide what it applies to for you and how it resonates for you. But in this situation, it's always going to be extremely busy. There's always going to be a lot of action going on. The workload isn't going to reduce. There's always going to be a lot of work to get done here. So this is telling me that there's consistent work that's going to have to be done, and it's not going to slow down anytime soon. If you're a person that works for yourself, that's actually really great news, because you'll see increase here, and it'll be steady increase. You'll have steady clientele. You'll have steady work here. Now, the way you view the situation is the Three of Cups. So it looks like you may work in a team here, and it looks like you're pretty happy with the team of people that you're working with, or the people that you're working around. So what's interesting is getting this Queen of Swords here, because again, Queen of Swords does, swords represent air energy, which you are. You may view the situation as, we get along really well, we work as a team. But you could be rubbing some people the wrong way with the way that you communicate inadvertently, and you may not even know it. Because the way you look at it is, I have to tell you what I think. Nothing's going to get done if we don't communicate. You can't be too sensitive. This is work, this is business. But it's asking you to tame it a little bit, because it looks like this team dynamic could really work in your favor. Now, in the change position, you've got the Star card. So with what needs to change being the Star, you may have some lofty goals and aspirations. You may, especially with it being January, you may have set a lot of goals within your career. And you could have gotten really excited and set some goals, and you should stretch. Goals should cause you to stretch. But you can see all the stars here above her. These are all the goals and things that she wants to accomplish. She's got tons of faith that she can do that, which you do in this scenario. You have tons of faith that you'll be able to kind of make this situation work and get the outcomes that you're looking for. But this is kind of a warning that you may need to take a close look at the goals that you've set for yourself in your career and pull back slightly. Like, if you set 10 goals, why don't we find 3? If you set a number that was unrealistic, bring that down to a goal that is just above a realistic goal, and have it be incremental in steps. Have each step towards the ultimate goal be little like mini goals here, because it's easy to get overwhelmed with this energy when you have so many things that you want to get done and things that you want to get accomplished, that you can become overwhelmed and eventually completely apathetic and get absolutely nothing done. Now, your past challenge here, you've got the Page of Swords, so you're all over this reading, and another air sign card here. But in the past, this could represent that you learned something new that was challenging for you. The Page of Swords is the apprentice, so he's starting out learning something, getting a new idea and bringing it to fruition. So in the past, there could have been a few stumbling blocks getting something off the ground because you had to learn some things. This also could be that you communicated very immaturely in the past, which is why it's calling for you to kind of tame that energy a little bit and be a little bit more mindful of the things that you say and how it affects people. Because I can tell you don't mean any harm. You want there to be harmony in this situation. In the outcome position, you've got the Hierophant, which is absolutely amazing because it really indicates here that whatever this issue is, it isn't major, in the sense that it's not something you can't overcome. It's not something you can't adjust or change. And you're going to get a huge benefit out of that, because the Hierophant being the outcome, this is a card of structure, stability. This could be business too. So if you work for yourself, you're a contractor, or you work in your own business, this means that the outcome is whatever. If you implement some of these changes, your business is going to solidify. If you work for a company or a business as an employee, that just means that your position will solidify. You also could be promoted here. They could be looking to promote you, but because of some minor communication issues, they're watching you a little bit more closely. But you can see here in this card that these two here are giving reverence to their leader here, the Pope here. And you could be in a position to be promoted, to be really recognized for all the knowledge and capabilities that you have here. With this outcome card, if you make just some subtle changes to your communication style. Gemini, this was a really great reading. I hope that this helped you. I hope the messages resonated. And if not, like I said, please feel free to check out another video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll talk to you soon.